My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena. Oh baby, the gold was a little bugged and was sitting there for some reason. Anyhow, let's try and get us a little bit of a good one going on. Damn, I don't like any of these. I think it's been Warrior. I haven't played in the longest out of these. God, I never do well with Warrior. Guess I'll take a Grim Patron because the other two are horror bad. Okay. Anyhow, I'll take a Zombie Chow because it's a pretty good card. These are all pretty bad, so I'll take an Execute for removal, possibly. Cleave for early game removal rather than another Execute. Fiery War Axe 100% of the time. I think it's Bloodfin here. Rather than removal, I'll try and set up. I haven't got a mech deck yet, but I do know that Zombie Chow is a really good card, so I'll take that. Hungry Dragon is a very solid 4, especially when you have the ability to remove or setting up your ability to remove. All of these are pretty bad, so I'll take an Arcane Nullifier. Blackwing Technician. I mean, I've got one dragon. Still a pretty good 3. Alright. I'll even take it over the Slam. Whatever. I do what I want. I've already got 2 Zombie Chows, so a Worgen Infiltrator is actually not as powerful. Plus, I'm setting up for getting weapons, so a Spiteful Smith is really good. Ogre Brute is amazing 3. Okay, so it looks like I'm curving out into an aggressive deck. So if I'm curving out into an aggressive deck, I want really aggressive openers. Let's put in a Raging Worgen. It's another Fiery War Axe, of course. That's Death's Bite. This could be a Grim Patron deck. Not even kidding. Frost Elemental to freeze things for our late game. I mean, Charge is okay for an aggressive deck, but I'm not doing it. I'll take a Cult Master. That's another Warsong Commander. The reason I'm building up on these Warsong Commanders is because I think we might win the game based off of them. So, Warsong Commander Raging Worgen, obvious synergy. Warsong Commander Blackwing Technician. Warsong Commander Blood Raptor. Zombie Chow. Arcane Nullifier. But most importantly, Warsong Commander Grim Patron. Summons another Grim Patron which has charge. So there's a deck going around on the ranked ladder at the moment where you have a Warsong Commander and then a Grim Patron, and the Grim Patron runs into something, doesn't die, summons another Grim Patron which runs into something, doesn't die, which summons another Grim Patron which runs into... You can see where this is going. I take Gorehowl as a finishing move, basically. I don't have any zombies in the early game, so I'm not going to take anything. I'll take the Southsea Deckhand because it'll have charge a fair amount of the time. Blood Sail because it will also have extra damage a fair amount of the time as well. These are all pretty bad. I guess I take a Whirlwind for the possibility of getting way more Grim Patrons. Just because the rest of them suck hardcore. Frothing Berserker is another one of those elements of the Whirlwind charging decks. I think it's... Oh my god, this is difficult. All of these are really good. So the Corcoran Elite has charge by base. It's 4 damage, you usually just do the face. Death's Bite is better than that, in my opinion. And then Cruel Taskmaster is actually really, really good as well. Allows you to trade way up. Allows the Raging Worgen to be a fucking 6-2 Wind Fury. And it also charges, thanks to the Warsong Commander. But I think the Death's Bite, having another activator for the Grim Patron is pretty good. If I get another Grim Patron, then I know that the game was trying to offer me this. Kazan Mystic is really good at kind of like anti-aggression, whereas Imp Master is better at kind of like control aggression. So I'll take a Kazan. Sorry, at defeating anti-aggression. Clockwork Gnome, it's fine for the early game. I feel like it's Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Why do I feel like it's Flesh-Eating Ghoul out of these? I mean, it's gotta be... No, it's gotta be Worgen Infiltrator, right? Okay. Out of these, it's gonna be Dancing Swords, just a solid 4-4. And then round it out with Azure Drake. So this is an aggressive deck. A very aggressive deck. It relies on using the weapons for removal and then just running to the face with the rest of the stuff. The Grim Patron is going to be relatively unreliable, but the Warsong Commander is going to be relatively reliable in getting my Frothing Berserker and stuff to charge. The Bloodsail Raider, unfortunately, is bugged at the moment. The interaction is supposed to work in the way that it gets charge, and then it gets the attack equal to the attack of your weapon, in which case we could have like a 9-2 charge with Gorehowl out. However, it's bugged at the moment, and has been bugged since the release of GVG, It's been confirmed to be bugged by the developers on Twitter, but still, no fix. So, that's kind of lame. That could unfortunately play into a loss here.
The light shall bring victory.
That's pretty fucking amazing. I throw back the case on Mystic because I never want to see it again. I also want way more aggressive cards, so I'm throwing back the Spiteful. I could, theoretically, walk and infiltrate a zombie chow the first turn. So I said I could theoretically do that, but did you think I was actually going to? I totally did. My opponent's best play against this is a 2-3, and then the 2-3 gets crushed by this. So that's the reality of the situation. Oh god, another fucking Fiery Warriors. So I don't care about attacking with this. Needs to happen. Because it's very likely my opponent plays something like a Dark Cultist this turn, and then I have to trade both a weapon plus a Worgen Infiltrator into it. First kill. I'm developing the other weapon just to keep kind of like mana efficient. If I have to use both of these to kill something this turn, at least the Cult Master is going to draw me a card. I could generate the Cult Master as a minion on board, but the problem with that is Holy Nova would then really destroy my day. No matter what I play right now, Cult Master is really bad for me. No, not Cult Master. Holy Nova. So therefore, I have to play like Holy Nova doesn't exist if it's going to be really horrible for me no matter what I do. Cult Master plus Shadow Madness are just atrociously bad for me right now. But Shadow Madness at the very least doesn't heal my opponent from the zombie chow. And instead heals me. It's relatively not bad. So Holy Nova gets my opponent back to full health. Exactly what I've been fearing doing. Oh my god! Oh my god! It only has charge while I have a weapon equipped. It's not granted charge as an inherent, it just has charge when you have a weapon equipped. So I just missed out on 2 damage to the face. So this is supposed to be a face hunter. Sorry, face hunter, face warrior, and I can't do it. This is really bad.
Is someone injured?
I don't know. Unfortunately, if I give my opponent cards, they win the game. So I had to attack a 1-3 rather than clearing up the 3-3. Both of them pose the same threat to my South Sea deckhand, so it doesn't matter in that fashion. If I were my opponent, I would have kept the 1-3 in hand, and then been able to play it now for 1 mana just before healing this. Therefore, it becomes kind of like a 1 mana draw. Like, this is really bad. So I drafted into this just because I saw the cards for it. I mean, Grim Patron was correct in the first draw. And then Warsong Commander, I think, was relatively correct in the one that I chosen in. God.
Magic detected.
If you're wondering what I'm doing here, that's going to break the Divine Shield. Whirlwind's going to damage it, and then I'm going to have to execute it. Like, that's how far I'm going to have to go for this. If that's a fucking Shabbat, yeah, I lose. There's actually no way for me to get back in this game. we specifically eschewed taking possible value, even though we didn't get offered that many value cards, I'll tell you. We specifically eschewed taking them just so that we could probably just destroy the board early. Having that Holy Nova remove our field basically lost us the game. And that's unfortunately what we had to do. I mean, we knew that Holy Nova was about to hit. We knew that if Holy Nova did hit, we were probably going to lose the game. But we didn't have any minion that would survive against it, and slowing down with this type of deck was going to lose us the game anyhow. So, just had to do it, unfortunately.
I will fight with honor. Victory or death!
So I'm mulliganing here for a Truce of a Champion. Sorry, Truce of a Champion. I'm looking at the Paladin, I'm only thinking about its weapons. Well, not for a cleave, but I guess I'll take it. So I'm not going to pretend that this is the best arena that I've ever drafted, but I was very clearly being offered a very specific type of archetype for this deck, and I just decided to choose into that. Now wow, that is really weird not to have a 2-drop. After mulliganing 2 cards to get a 2-drop and then drawing 2 cards afterwards, no 2-drop. It's very harsh days.
For the crusade!
That makes me a sad dude. I mean, effectively, that's the same as this right now. Because both, like, either of them are a relatively high value target. This isn't a super high value target, other than just, like, you've got the damage to kill it. So I'm kind of hoping my opponent plays, like, a 3-2 this turn. That's a really cool 3-2. Also manages to kill my entire board. Well, we lose this game. Scarlet Crusader guaranteed to trade 2 for 1. Muster for Battle, the best early game card in the game. We're not doing that well. This could easily go 0-3. Which I would entirely blame on picking into an archetype that I didn't need to pick into, but did nonetheless. So at least this threatens the whole opponent board. It's pretty good. My opponent can't play anything unless it has 6 health. Or Taunt. Well, Taunt doesn't even matter.
Reporting for duty.
So I specifically enraged this. I do have a Gorehowl coming out next turn. And the only way to destroy this would be 5 damage, which means my opponent can't replace this with a Truce of a Champion unless they have a way of sourcing an extra damage from a naked board. Which is not that easy for a Paladin to do. After they've used a weapon, of course.
Don't mess with Tusker.
Do 9 damage to the face on top of 6 damage to the face. 15 damage to the face, leave my opponent on 9 health.
Charge forward! The blade be thirsty.
There's more synergies with a Silverhand Recruit than with a Boar, so I'll kill that. I now go slightly control because it actually results in extra damage on the Frothing Berserker. The only way that my opponent removes the Frothing Berserker this turn, like, and the rest of my board is kind of challenged, is that attack. Well, you do the Light's Justice first, but that attacks, and then Consecrate.
I wield the power.
Wow! Okay, so I have still 15 damage. It's not lethal.
What now?
I feel like I trade this down. This is only 2 damage that I lose on the Gorehowl.
Magic detected.
Warsong Commander can double charge something as well. Warsong Commander, play something, attack with it, rewind, play it again, attack with it. Consecrate's pretty bad for me. Well, 0-2, how do we feel about that? God. Hey, at least this episode will be quick to upload, so that's really good for me. Can deal 10 damage next turn using Warsong Commander, Zombie Chow, Time Rewinder, Zombie Chow. And hitting with the face with Gorehowl. Which means that I would need to draw a 3 or less damage creature. Hey, I actually have a relatively decent chance at lethal right now. Wow. Okay, so it'd be 2, 2, 6. Yeah, it wouldn't be lethal. Okay. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? Frost Elemental. Here's the part where my opponent Blessing of Kings this, and then Divine Champions it and runs into my face with a total of 22 damage. Or is it going to be Blessing of Might, Divine Champion? Blessed Champion? What is it? Of course.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
It needed to be 3 damage. That's it. That's all it needed to be. 3 damage. We would have won the game.
Charge forward!
Needed to be 2 damage last time, or 3 damage this time. So let's just have a quick look. That's a Clockwork Gnome, which died. Fair enough. Sassy Deckhand hadn't died. It died last round. Worgen Infiltrator, I believe, had died. Bloodfin Raptor had not. Bloodsail Raider had not. Blackwing Technician had not. Raging Worgen had not. I have used one of my Warsong Commanders. And Grim Patron obviously hadn't died. Any of those at any point there would have won us the game. Or drawing another Death's Bite. Okay, well, let's go for our 3rd game in the series of 0-3. It is also worth saying, probably at this point, that Warrior has the lowest win percentage in Arena. Out of all classes. Not just with me playing it, but out of all classes, it has the lowest win percentage. The highest is Rogue. Closely followed by Paladin and Mage.
Versus Garrosh.
J. Pop and Lock.
Victory or death!
I like it.
I will crush you!
I'm not going to win this game. Unless I go super aggressive and somehow manage to win. There's the aggression that I'm looking for. Play nothing. Thank you.
I am ready.
It's time to not get cleaved. I mean, cleave only kills a 2-1. But unfortunately it means my Fiery War Axe doesn't really do much. Well, there's the cleave. Oh. Am I inside a British comedy right now? Is that what's happening? You know, British comedy where every single time something happens, it's bad for the main player. Oh, thank you for hitting the face. Cool. I have a lot of 2 and 3s, but if I could just get a lot more of these Frost Elementals and Gorehouse, that'd be really nice. Oh my god. This is the penance I have to pay for the fact that I had a 12-win arena recently, isn't it?
Magic detected.
Some still funny.
Right. I'm just overwhelmingly impressed that the arena recognizes who I am and has decided that it hates me this much. Hello, Grim Patron. So now this gets attacked and then dies. Thanks to the Death Spite. My opponent goes down to 19 health. Oh, no, it's going to be Execute then. At least in this last match, allow me to get my Grim Patron Warsong Commander combo off. You owe me that much, at least, video game. I've also got to worry about my health now, which is a foreign concept to me. It might be worth armoring up every turn. Oh dear.
A fight count.
Everyone, get in here! It's my best impression. Don't knock it. It's difficult for warriors to clear the board. I know this. I am a warrior.
I wonder.
Just watch the zombie chow survive. Here we go. Yep. I could just not play today, I guess. Like... like, the video game is very clearly telling me, yo, Ryan, fuck you. Oh my god. Just gonna continue playing, but it's probably gonna be a lot more silent than most of my arena playthroughs usually are. This is Salt is a little rising right now. There's a little bit of salt going on. Just a little.
The shadow engulfs us.
Suffer! Me smash you!
I wonder how this works. Decreases 1 attack. So does it count itself as a 6 attack weapon right now? So will I actually get 6 more attacks out of this because the Spiteful Smith is giving it +2 attack? I think so, actually. Yep, can't attack with this. Not right now. Yeah, because the thing is, if I attack with Yoga Brute, it misses and hits the Stranglethorn Tiger, then my opponent uses Stranglethorn Tiger to trade. I've just lost both of these. Whereas rather, I can just trade in my South Sea.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
My thanks.
Had mind control tech. Stole my most valuable minion on the board. And had execute to remove the other one. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Well, actually, I'm very sure how I feel about that. It's not good. So the Brawl 33% me. The Mind Control tech, having it, and then 25. That was 66 that it was gonna kill one of my minions.
Join or die, or both. For the Wellthorn!
What ridiculous manner of in which am I going to die? Oh, more armor, of course.
I hope you like my invention.
Oh, yeah, just draw your entire deck. That's fine too.
Magic detected.
For the Wellthorn!
It's not good. It's not going well.
Something needs tinkering?
Oh my god.
My eyes are open.
Just heal the face. I need to win here. I'm actually lower on cards than my opponent, so that's interesting. Unfortunately, with as little health as I have to trade down, which also means I draw myself into fatigue, which means I'm probably going to kill myself. So look, no charge. No charge. It's supposed to have charge. Oh well. Next turn I have a total of 14 damage. My opponent has 20 health, so I need 6 damage from the top deck. That's not 14 damage anymore. It's more like 9. What do you think the odds are that that's another mind control tech? So, look. I'm going to attack. Because I need to. What do you think the possibility is of me getting Deathwinged right now? Nothing does lethal, right?
I've got the beast in my sights. My thanks.
You, sir, suck. Absolutely. Just body and soul. You have to have seen the amount of times that person was doing just troll emotes on... I'm very glad to have beaten that person. But I'm not very glad to have to play with this deck again. Hey, at least I avoided a 0-3. Hasn't been a 0-3. I also think I just got used by Signature for a watch and learn quest.
The light shall bring victory.
Victory or death!
I could use a coin. Rectifies my curve. In fact, I'll definitely use the coin if the zombie shower is going to trade directly. Because if it trades directly, this becomes a 4-4 for 3 mana. Which means that it also kills a Dark Cultist. Pop. Very hopeful that my opponent plays a 3-2 or a 2-2. Any such luck, Phage?
It's time for a little blood.
That's a no. Worst case scenario for me right now is that my opponent uses a Velen's Chosen on the Amani Berserker. That's a pretty bad case. Also bad, Power Word Shears. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but at least Cleave kills it. I don't even think I use Cleave. I think I need to develop a board. Like, if I Cleave, I have a 2-2. If I... And my opponent has a naked board, but this leaves me with a 4-4 and a 1-3. Which I think is more important. I kind of want to have a weapon out before I play the Hungry Dragon. If at all possible. So that I can kill the Hungry Dragon's random 1-cost minion pretty easily. Without using Cleave, of course. Now this also has 3 health, which is really good because it means it doesn't die to Holy Nova. Unfortunately, it has 7 attack, which means it will die to Big Game Hunter or Shadow Word Death. Hungry Dragon was going to be an innate Shadow Word Death target anyhow. It's worth noting.
You shall not pass.
No. I actually don't care about that. For a number of reasons, especially considering my opponent can't attack with it, and it actually sets up a cleave if I really want it to. If it was a 2 damage creature, I probably would have Death's Bitten. If it was a 2 damage creature, it usually only has 1 health as well, so I could have attacked the face.
Embrace the void.
Embrace the void. I mean, I get to kill that. That's a pretty easy decision. Plus, this goes to 3 health, which I mentioned has not that many weaknesses. Also, if my opponent had a Shadow Word Death, they would have already used it, so I'm going to assume that it's fine for me to play another Frost Elemental.
Well played.
Sorry, well, not another Frost Elemental, but another 5 damage creature. It's possible I get Holy Fired here. Holy Fire killing the Frost Elemental, healing my opponent, well, for nothing right now, but usually would be for 5. This does 5 damage, also takes 6 mana to cast. It's a relatively expensive removal, if you ask me. In fact, it is way too expensive, in my opinion. In order to prevent Holy Nova from being able to kill anything on my board, I'll probably use the Frost Elemental in order to hit that. I know you want to hit that. I know you want to hit that, hit that. Wow. Leaving 4 mana. Not always a great play right there. I'll play a Grim Patron and heal up. Armor up, sorry. Because it's unlikely my opponent develops a large enough board with the amount of cards they have in hand for me to use the Grim Patron as effective removal, because I'll probably be removing a lot before then, plus I have a cleave and a few weapons. So this pretty much means, look, if you're going to Holy Nova twice, it's not going to cut it. Oh, look, Silence. Silence Light Bomb? Silence Holy Smite, not even for the kill. Shadow Madness, take this, run it in there.
For Blackwood.
Draconid that doesn't have. Okay.
Someone call for the
This seems relatively effective for me right now. So, I'm gonna stop worrying about my opponent's top decks. Because even if they top deck the best card, unless it's a... unless it's a Deathwing, it's not going to be enough. Holy Nova kills 2 of my minions, but heals my opponent for 2, and then I've still got these on the field. Man, I really wish I could kill that. If I get a Whirlwind, I might even use it. No, but the thing is, if I wanted to... like, killing that... I hate doing it, but I will. The reason I want to kill that is so that Holy Nova wouldn't kill my board. But Holy Nova still kills my board in this situation. Oh, by the way, I've already won the game. 2 and 2. So you might have noticed that we actually have a dominance quest involving the warrior. There's no way we fulfill that. But, you know, at least we're not going 0-3. If we go 3-3 with this deck, I'm going to be a lot happier than I was in the middle of both the second and third games. God, those were atrocious.
Garrosh versus Jane.
Josephine.
You asked for it.
victory or death.
Clockwork Gnome is early game, but unfortunately it's not good early game against the mage. It does slow down my opponent, but it's not good enough. That's exactly what I wanted. Zombie Chow Fiery War Axe. It's probably going to be Zombie Chow Fiery War Axe Coin Hungry Dragon. Which is actually relatively good, because I'll have the Fiery War Axe to deal with whatever the Hungry Dragon summons in order to get a 5/6 out on the field. If my opponent doesn't have a Fireball to respond to that, then we're in a really good position. Almost anything my opponent casts here is going to be really easy to dispatch with.
What to do? What to do?
One of the biggest things they can hope to do is play a 2-3, have me not hit in, have themselves hit into the thing next turn, and then Fire Blast. God. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so I will kill it. And here's why. It doesn't matter to hit the face this time. It forces my opponent either to use a Shattered Sun Cleric, Direwolf Alpha,
For Gnome Rigger.
okay. I'm very, very confused. Oh, well. Hey, Okay, well, that didn't work out at all in the way that I thought it might. I'm now hoping that the Hungry Dragon summons something with 1 health. Actually, not. That's not what I'm hoping. Basically... Oh my god. Needs to be something ineffectual to the board state. Those 2 horrible games have really taken a lot out of me. I was all peppy this morning. Anything but Water Elemental is probably okay. Water Elemental, incidentally, is atrocious, so that would be good to have not happen. Warsong Commander Grim Patron's actually relatively good, though.
I'll get right.
So this actually is stronger than that, challenges it. I needed to have a weapon out before I cast it, just in case there was some horrible case scenario like that.
Just like you.
Fireball, god damn it. Oh, it's a Frostbolt. Still god damn it. Hey, where's my Kazan?
My blade be thirsty.
How likely do you think it is that that's Counterspell? We could possibly have the turn that we're looking for. And that's Warsong Commander Grim Patron on turn 8. Attack with a Death's Bite.
Someday I'll be just
Clearing the
like
board.
you.
And summoning more
Someday I'll be just
Grim
like
Patrons.
you.
It's possible they have fireballs in hand. I'm actually going to go for the face this time. So, 8 plus... No. 8 plus 5 plus 4, 17. Plus 6 is 20... I'm 1 off lethal. Wait. 8, 6, 14, 19, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I'm 1 off lethal. God damn it.
Strike.
Alright. Yeah, I did that 100% for fun. The correct play, clear the board. I did that for fun. Any weapon, any charge minion. Wins the game. It's not a weapon, nor is it a charge minion. Against the possibility of another Frostbolt, I probably could have armor plated that, but my opponent has used 2 Frostbolts so far, and they didn't use Frostbolts for vicious removal beforehand, so I'm gonna have to guess that they don't have 2 Frostbolts. Oh, Whirling Blades. Perfect. Literally perfect, actually.
The light does not discriminate.
And I'm buffing that so my opponent can't run one in and ping. So my opponent has a total of 10 damage on the field. I have 7 health left after that. They ping the face and then fireball it and they win. Do they have fireball? Evidently they don't. As soon as that snow chugger hits my face, 90% of the ways in which we can lose the game. Oh, there we go. We lose. I can't kill that and kill this turn, which means that I'm going to be frozen, which means that I'm going to lose the game. Well. $29 damage in 1 turn is pretty good still. So there goes the freeze to the face. So no top deck wins me the game. I could remove this with the execute or a whirlwind, and then the death spite still doesn't work. Look at all these weapons. An embarrassment of weapons I can't use because the opponent has this snow choker. Whee! Lose the game. 2-3. Well done. The thing is, my opponent on that turn ended up removing pretty much the same minions that I would have used to trade down. Oh well, 29 damage in 1 turn. We at least got some part of some combo off. The point of the story is do not draft combo decks. They are bad. Take it from me. Alright, let's open this pack. What are we going to call that deck, anyhow? I mean, we didn't even get to use the Grim Patron that much. At least we got an epic. Please be something I haven't got. Yeah, it's something I haven't got. It's still pretty bad, but something I haven't got. Okay, so... what is it? It's gotta be something like, it's gotta be something like aggression, right? I kind of want to call it patronage, but... I also kind of want to call it get in here, but we only had that trigger actually once in the entire game. It's more zombie chow than it is get in here. I've also used all of the lines from the Warsong Commander, charge, for Warsong, etc. So there's a saying, a day late and $1 short for basically turning up and not having something available for you anymore. I think I'll go with just $1 short, because could have won that last one. Just 1 more damage. Alright, I'm just gonna go with $1 short. Might as well. So my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena, the name of the deck has been $1 short. We played a warrior, we specifically drafted into combo warrior because it was just like trying to offer it to us. Evidently combo warrior doesn't work in Arena. I do know this. After a very long period of time, I have figured out that combo decks just straight up don't work in Arena. But whatever. We tried to play it and tried to have fun. And then the amount of times that it's been near misses and very, very, very lucky for opponents made it a little less fun than it should have been. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself regardless. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself regardless. God. My brain doesn't work. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself regardless. There's playlist in the description down below with all my Hearthstone Arena ranked, and next adventures. God, brain doesn't work. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. We'll see you next time.